What could this be? Well, for those of you who don't know or haven't been following any social media stuff, you might wonder what you're looking at. So, on the forums, on the Don't Starve Together forums, there was a username that went by Cabrito. And basically, this person went ahead and said, my friend has accidentally received this drop. So it looks like they were on the Clay Point store. They were browsing around and they saw this and it popped up. Now, this caused a crazy flare on the forums, on Twitter, people going nuts because if you don't know what this is, we're about to show you. However, let's take a step back. About 3 months ago or so, Clay told us that coming soon, you are going to want to save your spools, your clay points. So you want to keep your clay points. This was an exact quote from Clay upon an update that they did. People automatically assume that, okay, maybe it has something to do with them adding a few more extra items to the reward store. You know, maybe it's something to do with finally being able to redeem points for spools. In the last update, they actually did add that you can now redeem spools for using points. So I made the mistake of actually doing this. I kind of wish I never did, but it is what it is. So everybody kind of thought that that was it. However, when this arrived, people started digging a little bit deeper. They went back onto Twitter and they found a quote from the developers from Terraria. The developer from Terraria said, and I quote, "One of the best games that I would like to do, that I would like to collab with, would be Don't Starve Together, the developers from Clay." This is an exact tweet that was in response to a message when the devs of Terraria opened for an AMA on Twitter, where anybody could ask them whatever question that they wanted to, and this is one of the questions, and was the response. Shortly after, about 2 or 3 months ago, shortly after Clay told us to quote-unquote save our Clay points, Clay released a few updates and also indicated that they were going to be doing something that they have never done before. Now, they were very, very vague on it. All they said was, I can't say anything more other than this, and I shouldn't even be saying this as it is. So that was the quote that they wrote on the forums. The update was released. They said no more about it. And the last update for Wanda, they never went any further other than to say we are very excited about our October update. Once again, I can't say anything more about it. So it seems like it's going to be something that kind of will be just sprung upon us at the last second. And that brings us to today. Well, what is this? What is this item? Some users on the forums did a little bit of digging, and they came across this. It's a Spectre paintbrush from none other than Terraria. Well, there you go. So look at, I mean, we're also comparing details from Terraria to details from Don't Starve Together. However, it's fairly obvious that this is clearly an image that's basically taken from the Spectre paintbrush and applied to Don't Starve Together. Now, a lot of people are kind of going on the forums and saying, okay, could this person have just, drawn this up or done this? But as you can see, it's fairly similar to Clay art. I would be very surprised if somebody would go out of their way to do this. Could this also be somebody that has been told from Clay, go ahead and release this image, get everybody excited for the next upcoming weeks? That is entirely possible as well too. Clay has been known in the past to accidentally drop hints for upcoming updates, for upcoming releases in middle of the videos on their shorts that they've released as well too. So this could be one of those things. I also have heard people comment the fact that could it possibly be a Terraria developer that has released this image on the Clay forums with Clay's instructions to do so in order to build up a lot of hype. So what does this mean? Well, one, this could be the first time that we've ever seen Don't Starve Together, aka Clay, decide that they wanted to collab with another company, and Terraria being somewhat of another indie game that a lot of people love. If you played Don't Starve Together, generally you've played Terraria at least once. this is a great way for both games to kind of pat each other on the back and work well with each other, where we would get skins for Terraria and Don't Starve Together, and potentially skins in Terraria as well too for Don't Starve Together. So it's basically you'd have, you log into Terraria and you might see a skin that you would normally see in DST, and you log into DST and now you have a plethora of skins from Terraria. This is clearly a clean sweeper. As you can see, the item description is clean sweeper, type craftable, collection, to-do collection. Well, to-do collection, I'm assuming that's a weird thing, right? If this was if this was somebody's drawing that they decided to make out of nowhere to build a lot of hype around this, why would they put to do? Why that? Why that specifically? I think my opinion is that is the name that Clay gave this in order to remind themselves. It's kind of like their to-do list that they probably have name these items to do in order to be on the to-do list, so that way they know when they search the items that this is on the upcoming things to either release publicly and whatnot. So I do think that this has a high potential. What I actually have initially heard of Clay talking about, okay, get ready for October. It's something that we've never done before. I was hoping that they were going to release some sort of Don't Starve Together, adding the Forge built into Don't Starve Together, maybe even giving us a little bit of Hamlet in DST, maybe even giving us dungeons built into Don't Starve Together. I had all this hype around it. And the fact that this could be a huge thing where they integrate Terraria items into DST, obviously skin related, that would be really awesome. And it could even open the doors to them adding little bits and pieces of Terraria bosses to DST, and then also on Terraria adding possibly like a Bearger or something to Terraria, which would be pretty awesome. I don't know if they would ever do that. I don't know if that's something that we could see. It doesn't necessarily mean that all we're going to be getting is exclusively skins only from the other game, from Terraria. However, if that is the case, it is a start to something, right? Now, the other thing that I got to think about as well too is this. If they are saying something like, okay, we are waiting until October to release this. Well, think of it like this. This was announced 3 months ago. So 3 months ago, Clay said to us, save your points. Make sure that you have them. Following month, they said, okay, and coming in October, aka 2 months away, 2.5 months away, we will be releasing something that we can't talk about. Well, here's the thing. Why would it take 3 months to release a single skin or a set of skins from Terraria? Mind you, this could be a bunch of skins that they're adding. Maybe it takes time. If this could not, maybe it's not. This is not the only one, which I'd assume it wouldn't be. That's what leads me to believe that this could very well be not only just skins, but some sort of content brought over from Terraria into DST, which would be awesome. This would be something that would be very welcomed, from the community, because like I said, a lot of people like Terraria, a lot of people like that, and the other thing is I don't know how well they would mesh, but I'm sure that both developers could really work well with each other with that. If we do end up only getting skins and this turns out to be a giant, skin set that we can get for trading our points for that, that's understandable as well too. I completely agree that that is a great thing to see. However, I hope it's a little bit more than that to add a little bit more meat on the bone. But in the end, this is something that is, if Clay decides to keep this going and they keep working with certain companies, we could see plenty of different items with different skins from multiple different games, which would be fairly awesome to see indie companies kind of working with each other on a scale to, help each other out, to, get more recognition for both games. It helps promote the games as well too, because if Terraria now is talking about Don't Starve Together, and Don't Starve Together is talking about Terraria, and then this moves on to, gets really good publicity, this could be something that opens a door for Clay to kind of, shake the other developers' hands and hopefully get more people interested in Don't Starve Together as well too. So my speculation in the end, I think that this is a set of skins. I think that it could be a little bit of potential content added as well too that has to reflect onto Terraria, which would be awesome. Potentially even like a mix match of of things coming and going between both games. So this is really cool. If this turns out to be some sort of late April Fool's joke, of course, that's always a possibility as well too. But I really don't think that's the case. This ties very well into what we're seeing right now with Clay trying to be hush hush about what's going on until October. So I really think that this is going to be something awesome. So if you haven't had a chance to check this out, it is on the forums right now under the forum post accidental future skin ? However, as I mentioned before, stay tuned. We only have a few weeks before October hits, and generally speaking, Clay likes to tell us about a week before what to expect, but I think this could be a big surprise for lots of people. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, and remember that I stream every single day on Twitch TV. My name is All Fun and Games. Thanks again for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one, and let's see if Terraria ends up coming to Don't Starve together.